Whoever wins this one, probably going to be starting right up front in the feature event. All right, we're ready to kick off another Saturday night of short track racing action on the Airborne half mile. Here comes the field. Off turn number 4. Green flag. Well, Chief starter Weasel Bruno gave him a close look coming down the front stretch. Waited to throw that green flag, and they're 3 wide down the middle of the back stretch. Here's Richie Turner taking to the outside, trying to make a bid for the lead. We got a spin. Jimmy Bushy's gone around. Brian McGinley hits the binders. Bushy gets his car rolling. McGinley gets his car rolling. We'll stay under green. Here's Richie Turner out front, trying to make that pass on the outside. Turner in the 17, Shagnon in the 86 on the inside. Turner gets loose in the 4. Shagnon comes back on the inside. At the stripe, Richie Turner had the lead. He'll try to finish that pass, get the car down to the inside. Richie Turner in the 17 has the lead, and he is running away. Richie Turner by 2 car lengths. Mike Shagnon loose in a turn 4. Here comes Chris Reeves with a peek to the inside. Chris Reeves running on the inside of Mike Shagnon. Into turn number 2, Shagnon goes around. Mike Shagnon sideways down the inside of 2. That's going to bring out a yellow. Shagnon seemed to drift high off of Turner 17. Stoner in the 57. That's row number 1. Qualifier number 1 for the Sportsman. Here they come. Green flag. Good start for Richie Turner on the inside. Mike Wells trying to hook onto that back bumper and move up to second. He will. Here comes Brian McGinley moving up with the 35. Stoner is working on the outside in the number 57. Brian McGinley in the 35 coming on through to third. Turner by 5 car lengths and opening up. Mike Wells drifts real high off turn number 2. Here comes the 00 for Chris Reeves, trying to take third spot away from Brian McGinley. Reeves working down on the inside, and he will have third. We got contact going up into 1. Howard Stoner, Larry Underwood. They kick a whole bunch of dirt up onto the racetrack. And that'll bring out into turn number 4. Richie Turner and Mike Wells. Green flag. Turner in the 17, Mike Wells the 76. Wells gets a good run off turn number 2, trying to hang with him, but here comes Chris Reeves in 00. Wells fighting back, gets a good surge and good bite into turns 3 and 4. Turner's starting to pull away down on the inside. He's the leader in that number 17. Chris Reeves in 00 trying to take second away. Jimmy Bushy trying to pick up a spot as well. He's trying to get to third, and he will. Mike Wells hung out there on the outside. It's going to cost him, by the time everything's said and done, 2 spots. He's now back to 4th. Richie Turner in the 17. If he gets his handicap and starts near the front, could be awfully tough to beat in the feature event. And he's pulling away. It's now 3 car length advantage over Chris Reeves as there are 2 laps to go. Turner, Reeves, Bushy, those cars running in the top 3. Mike Wells 4th with a 76. 2 car lengths back to Brian McGinley in the 35, who is 5th. And it's Mike Shagnon and Howard Stoner. Here is the white flag for Richie Turner. Turner comes into tonight in the 14th spot in points. And he is on his way to picking up the first checkered flag of the evening. Here he comes off turn number 4. Richie Turner's going to win it. Second will go to Chris Reeves. Third to Jimmy Bushy. 4th to Mike Wells. Brian McGinley 5th. Mike Shagnon 6th, and 7th will go to Howard Stoner. Vermont from Burlington, it is Chris Lacey. That's the field. Here they come. Off turn 4. Green flag. Tyler Terry starts on point. Ben Huff trying to get second away from Eric Sales. It's a brand new car for Ben Huff in the number 29. They've been putting that car together, and he is running in the 2nd spot. Here comes 00 Joe Steffen. Steffen, a veteran of the Sportsman division. 00 Joe, of course, a regular runner over at Thunder Road. Ventures over here to Airborne several times each year. Always good to see Double O Joe Steffen. Good clean runner in this division. He's sitting third in the 00. Then it's quite a few car lengths back to Eric Sales with a 47. Tyler Terry running away out front with the 44. Terry's had a pretty quick car the first couple of weeks, but remember, had problems over in Tech in week number 1. Starting on a point in this second qualifier and running away. Ben Huff drifts high in a 1 and 2. That opens the door for Double O Joe Steffen. Steffen will insert foot, take second spot away from Ben Huff. He now sits third. Eric Sales fourth. Sherry Minier running in the 5th position with the number 3. Then it's Chris Lacey in the number 35. And Rico Hernandez in the 4. Tyler Terry, pretty good pace going. He is halfway. Dominating performance from Tyler Terry. He's got a half backstretch lead over Double O Joe Steffen. Terry, 17th in the point standings. That 44 is quick. Again, the only reason why he sits right now 17th is he was disqualified in week number 1. Now a near backstretch lead for Terry in the 44. Double O Joe solid in the second spot. 5 car lengths from Steffen back to Ben Huff. 2 laps to go for Tyler Terry. Terry has put a lap on Rico Hernandez in the number 4. Eric Sales in the 47 continues to run in the 4th spot. And it's quite a distance back to Sherry Minier in the 3 and Chris Lacey in the 35. White flag. Tyler Terry was 7th last week in the feature event. And he is going to take down qualifier number 2 for the JNS Steel Sportsman. Tyler Terry wins it. Finishing second is going to be Double O Joe Steffen. Third to Ben Huff. 4th to Eric Sales. 5th is going to be Sherry Minier in the 3. Chris Lacey will be 6th in the number. Then it's Sean Duquette, number 18. He'll start 7th. And the 2-time winner already, starting shotgun, Bucko Branham in the number 20. Green flag. Side by side out front. Skip Liberty in the 59. Brian Chris in the 98. Liberty noses out front down the backstretch into turn number 3. Brian Chris coming back on the outside. Fun Racing teammate Toby Ebersol right behind Skip Liberty in that 3rd spot. Liberty pulling Ebersol with him off turn number 2. Skip's car drifts up the track a little bit. Ebersol in that 2nd spot. Jamie Begor right now running 4th. Brian Chris still working the run on the outside of that blue 98. Hanging on to that 3rd spot for now. Jamie Begor taking 3rd away in the 19. Chris still trying to put up a fight. Here comes Duquette in the 18 up to the 4th spot. Bucko Branham trying to advance. Right now he is running 6th, but he's on the inside. Chris still fighting on the outside. Skip Liberty leading Toby Ebersol and Jamie Begor. The 18 of Sean Duquette is 4th. The Professor, Bucko Branham in the 25th. Here comes Brian Chris back on the outside. He sticks his nose in there for 5th, but Branham on the inside will take it down the front stretch. Branham already with 2 wins in 2008. He's been by far the fastest guy in this division. A little mix-up near the back. Brian Chris, like Robin Wood, might have had a little contact over off of turn number 2. Halfway in this 3rd qualifier. Liberty in the 59, Ebersol in the 82, Begor in the 19. Then it's several car lengths back to Sean Duquette in the 18. Bucko Branham into the top 5. Top 5 get handicap. The other cars will be coming from the back of the pack. Top 3 cars, freight train around the half mile, and they are pulling away from Sean Duquette. And the Fun Racing teammates out front, Liberty and Eversole. Sean Duquette sitting in the 4th spot. Bucko Branham in the number 20, riding 5th, looking high down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Jason Bonnet, the defending track champion, the 79, sits 6th. 2 to go. Skip Liberty is pulled away from Toby Eversole. It's now a 5-car length advantage for Liberty back to Eversole. Jamie Begor right on that back bumper for second. White flag. Liberty continues to open it up down the backstretch. Now 6 car lengths. Begor with a peek to the inside into 3. Eversole holding his line down on the inside. Checkered flag is going to fly for Skip Liberty in the 59. Second to Toby Eversole. Jamie Begor 3rd. Sean Duquette 4th. Bucko Branham 5th. 6th to Jason Bonnet.
Inside row 4 outside the 84 of Randy Garand. Bombers picking up off turn 4. We are under green. Bishaw drifts high in the 93, kicks the dirt up the backstretch, and they're going to take it 3 wide around that 93 car. Richner with a nice move. He picks up a couple of spots on the inside. Now he'll look to the inside of Bordeaux as they come off turn 4. Josh Cherry trying to check out up front of the 43. The 84 of Randy Garrett is second. The 5. That's Jason Blondo running 3rd. April Bordeaux is 4th. Bishaw coming back now on the outside. He gets around the Gray Pape, takes 5th. Gray Pape coming back right on the inside though. Good battle now for that number 3 spot. April Bordeaux's 23 and Jason Blondo's 5. Bordeaux now moves into that number 3 spot as Blondo is back to 5th. The Monster Bombers this time by will be halfway. Josh Terry will in command. Randy Guerin trying to hold on to that number 2 spot. April Bordeaux trying to hold off Jason Blondo, who runs 4th in the 5. Scott Richner, the Great Vapes, 5th. 2 to go. Tom Bishaw kicks the dirt up again off turn 2. He runs in that number 6 spot. Mike Whalen is 7th. Paul Baker's taking the 8 back to the garage area. White flag. Josh Terry leads them up the backstretch the final time, and they would have to spread wings if they want to catch him today. Josh Terry brings the 43 off turn 4. He is your winner. Randy Garrett will be second in the 84. 3rd spot goes to April Bordeaux's 23. Jason Blondo 4th. And the Great Pape rounds out the top 5 in the Barney Mobile. Spencer Miller in the 37 and Josh LeClaire in the 7. That's your front row. Timmy Gadway 63. Burt Drake in the 05. Cody Myers in the 75. We are under green. Good start up front. Here comes Gadway with a 3-wide move up the backstretch. Spencer Miller is your leader in the 37. Timmy Gadway's taking 2nd. Josh LeClaire, the green slime, the new green slime, runs in that number 3 spot. Here comes Gadway on the inside of Miller. Gadway looks to the inside, going into turn 3, but Miller hangs on. Drifts a little bit high, coming out of 4, and Gadway on the inside for the lead. Thought Spencer was headed for the auxiliary camera down there, but he managed to keep it off the wall with just a slight scrape. Now that BO7 gets in contact with Jason Leclerc's 7, and we're going to have a caution. Leading them back to the green flag, Spencer Miller's 37 running second. Cody Myers, 75 is third, and Bert Drake in the 05, running in that number 4 spot. Back to the green. Gadway doing a nice job keeping the 63 in the bottom, and he's going to extend that lead up the backstretch, and Myers looks to the inside of the Spencer Miller 37, trying to get number 2, but Spencer a little bit quicker coming off of turn 3. He'll hold on to that number 2 spot with 2 to go. Timmy Gadway opening up distance on that number 2 car, the 37 of Miller, but the battle is for that number 3 spot. Bert Drake on the inside, and the 05's got it. Cody Myers back to 4th. White flag is out. Miller, a little problem in turn 2 as Myers is kicking up the dirt off turn 2, and he's going to go sideways. Checkered flag is out. Timmy Gadway all alone in front. He's going to win it. Spencer Miller brings the 37 home in second. Bert Drake gets the 05 home third. And here we go with his third qualifier for the Bombers. Steve Miller on the inside. Josh Lavarnway on the outside. They'll lead him down to the green. They're coming 4 wide in the green flag. Randy Martin moving up on the outside. Chad Collins moving up on the inside. Here comes Eric Riel in the second 0-2 on the move, as is Brock Begor in the 6. Malcolm Woodward in the 46 on the move as well. Chad Provost in the B6. He's moving up, as is Speedy. Chad Collins inside in the 0-2. Randy Martin on the outside of the 77. Martin was your winner 1 week ago. Brock Begor, opening week winner. He's right there as well. Martin will lead him by this time. Brock Begor on the outside, taking in the number 2 spot in the 6. Chad Collins gets a bit of the rear end, and now he got trouble. Here goes Eric Riel around the 0-2. Collins backed off just a bit to allow Begor to get a hold of that number 6, and it got everybody together. Now Lavarnway's 34 goes around with a little bit of help. Randy Martin opening up distance on Brock Begor in the 6. Chad Collins 0-2 runs 3rd. Malcolm Woodward's 46 is 4th. Speedy Brissett runs in that number 5 spot in the 0-3. Steve Miller running 6 in the 66. Curtis Seymour in the 357 runs 7th. Eric Riel in the 0-2, now taking that 8th spot away from Josh Laporte. And at the back of the pack, Josh Lavarnway can see them all. White flag is out, and Randy Martin is just pulling away. Picking up right where he left off last Saturday night, Randy Martin will lead the pack off turn 4. He will see the checkered flag. He wins the 3rd Monster Bomber qualifier. Battle for that number 2 spot goes to Brock Begor, Chad Collins 3rd, Malcolm Woodward 4th, and the Speedy one rounds out the top 5.
8 modifieds ready to roll in first qualifier. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Intron to the point. Richard Tesser in the 49, running in that second spot. Here's Andy Kane moving up in the 27. Craig Rail going back a spot on the outside of the CO2. Now Richard Tesser to the inside of Jim Introne. He will take the lead. Introne's car slow off turn number 2. He'll lose several spots. Now it's rolling again, back to speed into 3 and 4. Richard Tesser the leader. The test shuts again, number 49 modified by 5 over Greg Atkins. And number 1, Atkins trying to close the gap to the lead. Andy Kane's up to 3rd. Pierre Berthiaume running 4th. Berthiaume had to get on the binders on the front stretch. And that 27 of Kane came diving back down to the inside. Berthiaume was there and he had to get on the binders or else it would have been a mess. Top 3 modifieds get their handicap. You want to be in the top 3. Berthiaume appears to be faster in that number 20, but he can't find his way around Andy Kane halfway. Tesser by 5 lengths over Greg Atkins in a 1. Now here's Berthiaume in a 20 moving underneath Andy Kane to 3rd. Pierre Berthiaume out of Joliet, Quebec up to 3rd of the B&G number 20. Andy Kane runs 4th with a 27. Jim Introne is 5th with the number 9. Then it's Rail in the CO2, Rushlaw in the 21, and Colleen Salisbury in the number 13. Two laps this time by for the Chateauguay Quebec driver, Richard Tesser. And he has pulled away from Greg Atkins. Almost a half backstretch lead for Tesser. Atkins running still 2nd. 3rd Berthiaume, but he's off the pace. Here comes Andy Kane back after him on the outside. The battle back on for 3rd. White flag is out. Berthiaume has it, but Andy Kane is coming after him. Out front, Richard Tesser is going to win it. Here he comes off turn number 4. Tesser wins. 2nd Atkins. The battle for 3rd off of turn number 4 will be Pierre Berthiaume. Andy Kane 4th. 5th to Jim Introne. 6th Spencer Rushlaw. 7th Craig Rail. 8th to Colleen Salisbury. For more sports, Chris K. He'll start 7th. That's the field. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag. Andy Haywood with a good start on the outside of the 26. He'll take the lead. Francis McNeil 2nd. Jason Durgan running 3rd to 17. He rockets on the outside, trying to take that 2nd spot away. Durgan getting some grip off 4. Nice move by Durgan to get 2nd. Jason Durgan in that Border Patrol sponsored 17 modified, running 2nd. Was taken high up the track that time by Andy Haywood in the 26. Let's see how Durgan plays his cards here. Appears to be a little quicker than Haywood. Haywood in the 26, leading him into 2. Better line that time for Andy. Durgan running in the 2nd spot. Here comes the Crickets 22, working towards the front. Mike Bruno's up to 3rd with the Crickets modified. Challenge for the lead. Durgan moving to the inside of Andy Haywood. They touched on the front stretch. They touched into 1. Durgan takes the lead away off turn number 2. Jason Durgan taking the lead. 2nd, Andy Haywood. Mike Bruno running 3rd. Here comes Bruno to the inside for 2nd. Mike Bruno takes the 2nd spot. Andy Haywood dropped another spot to 3rd. Chris K.A. off the pace with the 18. Durgan leading the way. Bruno 2nd. He'll try to reel him in. 3rd is Andy Haywood in the 26. Then it's the 6 for Francis McNeil. The B3 for Aaron Barnaby running in the 5th spot. Then it's Mike Riel in the 02. Jason Durgan finished 7th last week in that number 17 modified. and he is maintaining the advantage over Mike Bruno in the 22. Durgan by half a backstretch over Mike Bruno. Andy Haywood sitting in the third spot. Francis McNeil still fourth. 2 laps to go for Durgan. Durgan, Bruno, Haywood, top 3. Fourth is McNeil. Top 4 cars will pick up handicap. White flag. Best battle on a Speedway is for that 4th spot. Aaron Barnaby running 5th, closing again on Francis McNeil. Here come the leaders off 4. The winner is going to be Jason Durgan. Second goes to Mike Bruno. Third, it's going to be Andy Haywood. Francis McNeil 4th. 5th goes to Aaron Barnaby. And that is Jerome Laporte. 7 modified, set to take the green flag. And this could be a good one. Here they come, off turn number 4. Green flag. Alain Boisvert in the 73, leading them off turn number 2. Keep an eye on Dupree, working on the outside in the Outback Steakhouse modified. Now back down in the 3rd, he'll run behind Leon Gagnon off 4. Alain Boisvert in the 73 out front. 4 lengths the advantage over Leon Gagnon, who is 2nd. 3rd to the 24 and Patrick Dupree. Matt Woodruff running 4th right now in the 55. Martin Watt right off the back bumper of that 55, running in the 5th spot. Boisvert seems to be lengthening his advantage out front. Boisvert, as we've mentioned, from Pointe Claire, Quebec, track champion last year at the Autodrome Granby, as well as at the Cornwall Motor Speedway. Boisvert runs Granby on Fridays, Cornwall on Sundays, and he's added Airborne to his schedule in 2008, and he is flying out front on board the ESP Auto Auction 73. Leon Gagnon still working to 2nd, but Patrick Dupree in the 24 trying to find a way around to get to that 2nd spot. Boisvert is pulling away out front. Gagnon is hanging on to that 2nd position. Top 5 cars pick up handicap. So right now, the way they're running, that would mean George Foley in the 34 would not pick up a handicap spot. He's running in the 6th position. Boisvert pulling away down the backstretch. Gagnon sitting 2nd. Here's Dupree moving through the inside. Here comes the Outback Steakhouse modified of Patrick Dupree. The pistol has room to the inside on the front stretch. Leon Gagnon was in 2nd at the line. Gets a good bite off turn number 2. Running the rim, but that took him high off turn 2. Dupree takes the 2nd spot away. White flag for Alain Boisvert. Dupree 2nd. 3rd Gagnon. 4th Woodruff. 5th Martin Roy. 6th is George Foley. Jerome Laporte runs 7th. He'll take it to the infield. Checkered flag is out for Alain Boisvert. 2nd is going to be Pat Dupree. 3rd to Leon Gagnon. 4th to Matt Woodruff. 5th to Martin Roy. And 6th goes into Wells Auto Sales, number 65. He's from Grand Isle, Vermont. Shotgun on the field. The D's pit stop, number 61 for Plattsburgh's Danny DeMille. Green flag. The 9 for Davies, the 11 for Lance Raptoy. Nearly even off turn number 2. Here comes Lance Raptoy, making it just about even into turn number 3. Davies in the 9 on the inside, Lance Raptoy in the 11 on the outside. Off turn number 4, they race to the stripe. Lance Raptoy by about 5 feet at the stripe, but Kenny Davies on the inside coming back. Lonnie Rivers moving up. Rivers in the number 7, 2 for 2. In 2008, Raptoy in the number 11 has finished twice in the 2nd spot. Now he's about seen enough of the back bumper of that number 7. Davies and Lance Raptoy with a good battle up front. Now that number 7 for Lonnie Rivers looked to the inside. Would have been a 3-wide move, and Lonnie thought better of it. Lance Raptoy really doing a nice job working on the outside, and he is hanging on to it. Kenny Davies in the 9. Had the lead at the stripe. Lance Raptoy gets a good run on the top. Down the backstretch, he's still there. Excellent battle. Now Mike Terry's getting into it too on the outside. Gonna be 4 cars throw a blanket on the top 4 as we're halfway in this first qualifier. These guys are good. Davies in the 9, Raptoy in the 11. Back and forth. It's as if we're dropping the green flag on the field. Now Mike Terry is right there on the outside of Lonnie Rivers. The 9 of Kenny Davies, the 11 of Lance Raptoy. Seesaw battle for that lead. Lance Raptoy had the lead at the start-finish line. Raptoy trying to get a good run again off 2. Davies drifted up a little bit. Lonnie Rivers looking to the inside. Not room there. Raptoy to the point from the outside, trying to finish a pass. Will he get a good run off turn number 4? 2 laps to go. Lance Raptoy from the outside, getting it done. Now he'll start to pull away. Davies second. Here comes Mike Terry in a 65. He's had mechanical problems the first 2 weeks in that number 65. But Mike Terry's getting it done on the outside as well. He's charging to the front. He's up to second. White flag for Lance Raptoy. Kenny Davies in the 9 trying to keep that second spot. Mike Terry says, no, I don't think so on the outside. Lance Raptoy in the number 11, 5-car length advantage. Mike Terry trying to finish the pass for second. Checkered flag is out on a very good, exciting qualifier. Lance Raptoy wins. Mike Terry second. Kenny Davies third. Fourth to Lonnie Rivers. Joe Daniels fifth. Cody Kilburn sixth. Race H2O for Robert Gordon, rather. He's from Milton, Vermont. And shotgun on the field, the 47 for Randy Ledoux. 7 cars taking the green flag in this second qualifier. Bob Dragoon is squirrely in the 36, trying to hang on to it. And the yellow flag comes out. So we'll try again. He comes into tonight's racing action sitting in the, let's see, where is he points-wise? 15th. Here comes the field, off turn number 4, green flag. Josh Allen pulling that inside line up towards the front. Bob Dragoon running it on the extreme outside. There were 3 wide working their way past Dragoon in the number 36. The leader is Allen in the number 10. Josh Allen, good young driver in the Renegade division. Had some problems in opening week. Leading by 5 car lengths over Chris Frenier in the number 93. Randy Ledoux in the 47, who's moved into 3rd. Brian Rogers on the outside in the Schwann's 12 sits in the 4th spot. But Robert Gordon with the H2O car moving through on the inside to take 4th away. Now Joe Warren in the number 3 looking to move up. Maybe grab that 5th spot. Brian Rogers in the number 12 stuck on the outside, and he's losing spots. Josh Allen with the number 10 running out front, and he is opening up out front. Half a backstretch lead over Chris Frenier in the number 93. Then Randy Ledoux in the 47. Robert Gordon is closing in the H2O as we're halfway. Let's see if the H2O can make a move on the Ledoux 47. Brian Rogers has settled into the 6th spot behind Joe Warren's number 3. Josh Allen continues to pull away out front. Best battle on the Speedway is for 5th. Joe Warren holding off Brian Rogers for that 5th position, as there are 2 to go. laps remain for Josh Allen in this second of 3 Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade qualifiers. White flag unfurled for Allen with a nice comfortable cushion up front. Chris Renier hanging on to second. He's got a car length lead over Randy Ledoux. And it's 3 back to Robert Gordon on the H2O. And a considerable distance back to Joe Warren, who is 5th. Checkered flag is out. Nice drive for Josh Allen as he runs away to the win. Chris Renier 2nd, Randy Ledoux 3rd, Robert Gordon 4th for the H2O. Joe Warren 5th in the Tilt 3, the Schwann's 12 for Brian Rogers 6th. Shotgun on the field, Plattsburgh's Nick Haywood in the Camaro number 29. That's the field. Green flag. Keith Pelkey to lead him off turn number 2. Mike Chris, Keith O'Neill, and then Ed Donor in the 1. Chris in about 8, running in that second spot. Donor coming back on the inside of Keith O'Neill. O'Neill in the 0, trying to get down to the inside and will. Pelkey in the lead. 5 car length advantage over the about 8. Keith Pelkey 12th in the point standings through 2 weeks. Mike Chris in that number 8 sits in the 11th spot in points. Keith O'Neill 8th in the point standings in the number 0. Dave Raptoy in the 21 running 4th in this qualifier. Nick Haywood has advanced to the 5th spot. Side-by-side racing for the 6th position, the deuce of Rick Hart and the 1 of Ed Donor. Keith Pelkey continues to open up, but some good racing behind him. Here comes Keith O'Neill in the 0, trying to grab second away from Mike Chris in the number 8. O'Neill has the inside. O'Neill has second. Halfway in this 3rd Renegade qualifier. Pelkey, O'Neill, Chris, and Dave Raptoy, and Nick Haywood. Those cars in the top 5. Rick Hart just outside the top 5, running 6th. And then it's quite a few car lengths back to Ed Donor, who is 7th. Keith O'Neill has pulled away from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place runners who are freight training behind him. O'Neill has had a good couple of opening weeks running in the top 10 in points. 2 laps to go for Keith Pelkey. But Keith and Keith show up front. Keith Pelkey in the 24, Keith O'Neill in the 0. And Mike Chris in the butt 8, hanging on to 3rd. Dave Raptoy looking to move to the inside. Line wasn't there, but now there's going to be some room if Raptoy can get there. Mike Chris drifted up the track into turn 4. That opens up racing room for Dave Raptoy in the number 21. Here he comes to the inside, bidding for that 3rd spot. He's got it. Nick Haywood trying to move up as well. Good battle for positions 3, 4, and 5. Checkered flag for Keith Pelkey. 2nd to Keith O'Neill. 3rd, it's going to be Dave Raptoy. 4th, Nick Haywood. 5th, Mike Chris. 6th to Rick Hart and the deuce.
To go in this first qualifier for the Napa Warriors. Field picks it up as they come off turn 4. Donor on the inside. McCormick on the outside. Green flag is out. Rick Donor in the 95 and Jeff McCormick in the 17 battle it after that number 1 spot. Donor grabs the lead as Brusso kicks up the dirt as they head up the backstretch. 3 wide action into turn 3. DeMore on the inside. The far outside, it's the 08 of Bordeaux. Caught in the middle was Bombard 61. They are trading pain as they come down the front stretch. DeMore and Bombard getting together just before the start-finish line. And Bombard now will take that 3rd spot away. DeMore is back to 4th. Bradley is 5th. Bordeaux runs 6th and Brousseau is 7th. Rick Donor showing exactly why. He is the defending track champion. A strong run up front. Had a top 3 finish last week after some mechanical problems in the opening week. We are halfway. Donors 95, McCormick 17. Here comes Bradley in the 77. John Bradley looking inside the 61 of Bombard. Shane Bombard with a nose in front, sideways in turn 3. He goes around. Bombard back out on the track. He's lost that number 3 spot. He's lost 4. He's lost 5. He's lost 6th. White flag is out for Rick Donor. He's going to be first. Jeff McCormick is going to be second. It's a long ways back to John Bradley, who's running at third. Andrew Bordeaux is fourth in the 08. Curtis DeMoores 87 runs fifth. Here comes your leader off turn 4. Check it out. This time it's Rick Donor. Jeff McCormick second in the 17. Third spot will go to John Bradley. Andrew Bordeaux fourth, and Curtis DeMoore rounds out the top 5. The 12 of Duval. Bobby LeVere in the 5. Dave DeMoore in the 86. CJ LeVere in the 4. Here they come off 4, 3 wide to the green, underway. And quickly, Tommy Bishaw in the 49 grabs the lead off turn 2. Started third, got to the inside of Jason Chris down the front stretch, and he's got the lead. Jimmy Collins is second. Jason Chris back to third. Here come the LeVere. CJ's got fourth in the 4. Bobby's hung on the outside. Bobby's going backwards on the outside. Now CJ LeVere looks outside Jason Chris. The 33 and the 4 battle for that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Tommy Bishaw's 49 looking awfully strong once again. Had a good run last Saturday night here at Airborne. Jim Collins has got that number 2 spot, but LeVere, CJ that is, continues to move up on the outside. They're halfway. CJ LeVere moves right alongside Jim Collins, sticks a nose in front up the backstretch. Collins has the preferred inside line. LeVere caught in the outside groove. This time it's 2 to go. Tommy Bishaw now will have to hold off CJ LeVere as he has got it done on the outside. LeVere has made that number 4 work very strong on the outside line. White flag is out. Now LeVere looks inside Bishaw. Bishaw trying to hold on. But LeVere's got the inside line now. Bishaw with a nose in front of the outside. LeVere battles right back on the inside. LeVere's got the lead as they come off turn 4. Checkered flag is out. CJ LeVere, your winner. Tommy Bishaw second. Justin Duval gets third. Jimmy Collins fourth for this third qualifier for the Warriors. They pick up the pace. As the pace car heads to the infield, they'll come off turn 4. Look for the green from Weasel Bruno. We are underway. St. Germain on the inside, Santilli outside, side by side, not for long. There goes Santillo for the lead. Justin Donor in the 1 moves up. He's a little bit squirrely, gets a piece of the 57 of LeMaire. Nice job by LeMaire to hold on to that car. Twaits has the 69 in the number 2 spot. LeMaire third, Donor runs 4th, Woodruff is 5th. St. Germain is 6th, and Mighty Joe can see them all. Up front, Tom Santillo, the 88, is your leader. Billy Twaits trying to close that gap as they hit into turn number 1. Thwaites right in the back bumper of the 88. Butch Lemaire's 57, 7 or 8 car lengths behind. He'll try to close in. He's another one of the top runners in this Napa Warrior division. This time by Santillo is halfway. Thwaites looking for a way through on the inside, has not found one yet. Santillo has been able to keep the 88 at the bottom of the racetrack and keep that 69 behind him. Now look at Lemaire in the 57. He's closed it to within just 2 car lengths with 2 to go. Thwaites now looking at a run on the outside, but that didn't work as they came off turn 2. That opened up the door for Butch Lemaire to move the 57 onto the bottom of the racetrack. In a battle now for that number 2 spot. White flag is out for Tom Santillo. Butch Lemaire looking to get by on the inside. Thwaites says not tonight. He's going to look back inside as they go around the 37 car. Young goes around. Santillo leads it. The battle now for that number 2 spot. Lemaire in the 57, Thwaites in the 69. Checkers go to Santillo. Thwaites holds on to get second by a bumper. Lemaire third, Donor fourth. Kenny St. Germain is fifth.
09, it is the 79 for Bonnet, the 35 for Lacey. Then it's Stoner, Wood, Hernandez, Chris, and Underwood. Here they come. Off turn number 4, green flag. Richie Turner will lead him off turn number 2, 3 wide for a second there off the second turn. The inside line moving up quickly. There's Branham, Bucko in the number 20, picking up a couple of spots on lap number 1, moving through on the inside. Richie Turner the leader by 2 car lengths over Chris Reeves. Jimmy Bushy's running third. Good action back in the pack for about spots 6, 7, and 8. Skip Liberty working on the outside. Jamie Begor gets his car down in front of 00 Joe Steffen. Skip Liberty still stuck on the outside in a 59. Liberty, the racing veteran, started on the outside. He's lost several spots. And now here's 00 Joe Steffen looking to move underneath. Richie Turner with a 6 car length advantage over Chris Reeves in the 00. Jimmy Bushy third in the 11. Toby Ebersol runs fourth in the 82. Fifth is Sean Duquette in the 18. Bucko Branham is already up to the 6th spot. He's picked up 3 spots in the first 4 laps. Branham running 6th in the 20. Looking to go back to back to back. Winner the first 2 events of the season. Richie Turner, though, is cruising out front. Here goes Branham to the outside. Bucko Branham trying to take the 5th spot away from Sean Duquette. Surge is putting the nose in front into turn number 3. Branham getting the job done on the outside as sideways off 4. Sean Duquette coming back on the inside. Duquette loose off turn number 2. Tyler Terry moves to the inside down the backstretch. Jamie Begor appeared to be off the pace down the backstretch. He drifted high, perhaps seeing some potential trouble in front. And when he drifted high going into 3, Joe Steffen moved in and took that spot. He was able to move it and grab it. Now Skip Liberty gets a spot away. Begor's losing 2. Richie Turner by half a backstretch over Chris Reeves. Jimmy Bushy is still 3rd. Toby Ebersol is 4th. And there's Branham working the rim on the outside in a 20. He's 5th. Tyler Terry coming back to take 5th at the stripe. So a good battle for the 5th position between Terry and Branham. Branham is now gone back to the 6th spot. Here's Terry moving to the inside. A great drive by Terry, moving to the inside of Toby Eversole for position. Branham slides it down to the inside behind Terry. He'll try to take that spot away from Eversole in the 82. Good battle for spots 4, 5, and 6. We got a yellow. Eric Sales has spun over in turn 3, and that brings out a yellow. Richie Turner, the leader, had to get on the binders. Right now, Brian Chris. Then it's Underwood and Shagman, Casey and Stoner, Minier, Hernandez, and Sales. That's the field. Green flag. Again, let's see if that inside line can move up. Jimmy Bushy's trying to wrestle second away right now. Bushy and the Perkins Chiropractic number 11 moving to the inside of Chris Reeves, trying to get that second spot. He will. Richie Turner by 3. Jim Bushy is now in second. Third, Chris Reeves. Tyler Terry on the outside right now is 4th. 5th is Toby Eversole. Bucko Branham 6th on the outside. Sean Duquette right there as well, running 7th. Look out, double O Joe spins. Car's headed up towards the wall.
Laps to go.
All right, so a new dance partner on the outside of row number 1. That's Jimmy Bushy in the number 11. Richie Turner, your leader, will set the pace. A slow one into turn number 4. Now they get on the hammer off the 4th turn, down the front stretch, green flag. Throw a blanket on the top 3. Chris Reeves trying to pay back Jimmy Bushy. It was Reeves who was lost that second spot to Bushy last time, and now he's going to get it back. Chris Reeves to second. Toby Eversole trying to move up. He's to third. Jimmy Bushy back to 4th. They're 3 wide near the back of the pack. 3 wide running. Sherry Minier, Robin Wood, Jamie Begor. Out front, Richie Turner by 3 over Chris Reeves. Toby Eversole to third. Jimmy Bushy is in the 4th spot. Bucko Branham in the top 5. Tyler Terry is 6th. 7th is Sean Duquette with 10 laps to go. 8th is Skip Liberty in the 59. Ben Huff runs 9th. Larry Underwood, nice job by Larry. He's in the top 10. Mike Wells is 11th to the 76. Terry leading by 4 car lengths now as they come off turn number 4. Richie Turner, Chris Reeves, Toby Eversole, Branham in the number 20, seems to be boxed right now. Even if he wanted to take that car to the outside, Tyler Terry is out there working that line. Double O Joe Steffen with an excursion into the infield. He's rolling again. Laps winding down. Let's try to run through the field. Richie Turner leads. Chris Reeves is second. Third is Toby Eversole. Jimmy Bushy is 4th. Bucko Branham and Tyler Terry almost even for 5th. Right now it's Branham. Terry 6th, 7th Duquette, 8th to Skip Liberty, 9th to Ben Huff, 10th is Mike Wells. Look out, here's a pass near the front. Toby Eversole almost lost that spot to Jimmy Bushy. Bushy was able to move towards the inside, but Eversole closed that line up. Side-by-side racing for that 4th position. Make it 5th spot. Bucko Branham going to the outside, having to work 3 wide around the slower car of Rico Hernandez. 5th is Richie Turner. 6th is Jimmy Bushy. 7th is Skip Liberty. 9th to Ben Huff. 10th is Mike Wells. Look out, here's a pass near the front. Toby Eversole almost lost that spot to Jimmy Bushy. Bushy was able to move towards the inside, but Eversole closed that line up. From side-by-side racing for that 4th position. Make it 5th spot. Bucko Branham going to the outside, having to work 3 wide around the slower car of Rico Hernandez. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go for Richie Turner. Turner with a very comfortable lead. There's good racing throughout the pack, but not up front. Turner's running away. Chris Reeves second. Toby Ebersol third. Jimmy Bushy fourth. Sean Duquette fifth. Tyler Carey is sixth. 7th, Bucko Branham. 8th, Skip Liberty. 9th, Ben Huff. 10th, Mike Wells. Here comes the field. Off 4, leader Richie Turner, white flag. Final lap for the Sportsman tonight. Richie Turner's getting her done. Win number 1 of 2008. Here he comes off 4. Richie Turner wins. Second to Chris Reeves. Third, it's Toby Ebersol. Jim Bushy fourth. 5th, John Duquette. 6th, Tyler Carey. 7th, Bucko Branham. 8th, Skip Liberty. 9th, Ben Huff. 10th, Mike Wells. And Larry Underwood. Brian Chris rounding out the top.
And of course, multi-time champion Toby Ebersol in the Bud Light 82 getting the 3rd spot tonight. Richie going to celebrate in style with a couple of donuts on the backstretch. Hot laps for the modifieds, Rob, immediately following this, and then we'll have our intermission. But let's go downstairs right now where Rob Knowles is standing by to talk with the JNS Steel Sportsman main event winner, Richie Turner. Rob?
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Here is Richie Turner. Richie started out front in the qualifier, won that, and then out front in the Sportsman feature event. But the car was certainly hooked up for you tonight. Stayed down on the inside and had a lot of horsepower.
Yeah, those new crate motors or something, and the handling is awesome on these cars. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Dan Turner's Automotive, B&A Auto, my grandparents, DT's Auto, and B&A.
Well, nice to pull into victory lane fairly early in the season, and I think this will probably get you a pretty good jump start on things points-wise as well, and get you right back to where you want to be points-wise.
I'm hoping. We had a couple of bad finishes, so we'll get up there.
Well, congratulations on win number 1 in 2008, and we wish you the best of luck down the road as well.
Thanks.
Richie Turner, everybody, give him a nice round of applause. He went tonight. He's out of here.
Is Dan Garrow in that 07. Here we come. Green flag is out of the Monster Energy Drink Bombers. Two cars getting together. There goes Martin off the track. Martin goes for a spin as a couple of other cars got together in front of him. He was going by on the outside, got hit in the rear. And will pace the field as they come off turn 4. Down the front stretch, Green is out. Bordeaux on the inside, Aaron on the outside. Lavarnway taking the grape 8, 3 wide, 4 wide off turn 4, or turn 2 rather. April Bordeaux will lead lap number 1. They're 3 wide down the front stretch as they head into turn 2. Brock Begor, the defending track champion in this Monster Energy Drink Bomber division, is now into that number 2 spot. Begor, 1 car length behind Bordeaux. Chad Collins, 02, runs in that number 3 spot. Timmy Gadway, 63, runs 4th. Now Bordeaux goes a little bit high in turn 2, and here comes Begor to the inside. Brock Begor inside for the lead. Gadway sideways on the backstretch. Oh, and everybody manages to get by. Or will we hit the 15-minute time limit? Whatever comes first. Here they come off turn 4, back to the green. Bordeaux on the inside, Begor on the outside. Chad Collins right there in the 02 as they take it 4 wide. Oh, we got 2 cars sideways again on the backstretch. Another one spinning. And once again, everybody gets by. Caution flag is out. Spencer Miller's Into 4. They'll look for the green from Weasel Bruno. We are back to green flag racing. 3 wide into turn 3 as they're kicking up the dirt one more time. We got one car around in turn 2. Another car sideways on the backstretch. And again, everybody gets by. Unbelievable. Brock Begor's got the lead. April Bordeaux is second. Chad Collins, Randy Martin battling it out for that number 3 spot. Martin's now got third. He looks inside Bordeaux and he wants that number 2 spot. Bordeaux says no way. Contact. Martin's now off the pace of the 77. He may have a tire going down.
I think you got it absolutely right, Rick. Tire down on the 77.
There was contact between Randy Martin and April Bordeaux. And that cut a tire on the 77. Now we've got 2 cars together coming off turn 4. That's Squarehead in the 6 and the 02 of Collins. Nice job by both of those drivers to hold on. They're going to be halfway this time by. And Brock Begor is gone. Begor has left Chad Collins in his wake. Speedy Set runs third. 4th spot at Squarehead. Fifth goes to the 02 of Riel. April Bordeaux runs 6th. Jason Blondo is 7th. 8th is Timmy Gadway, 63. Grape Ape runs 9th in the 21. He's got another top 10 finish coming at him. 10th spot goes to the 66 of Steve Miller. Speedy's a little sideways coming off 4. Speedy's sideways again. That's 0-3, not handling. He gets a piece of the 5 of Blondo. Those cars go around in a simultaneous spin in turn 2. Brock Begor is your leader. He's coming out of turn 4 now. The second place car just entering turn 3. Black flag out on Speedy. Chad Collins, 02 is second. Chad Provost, 06, runs third. Eric Riel, 02 is now 4th. Kim Gadway is 5th. April Bordeaux, 6th. Steve Miller runs 7th. The Grape Apes up to 8th. 9th is Mike Whalen. Bert Drake runs 10th. One car go around, that's Bordeaux, and the 23 in turn number 3. Caution is out. Here they come off turn 4. Green is out. Begor holds on. Chad Collins is second in the 02. Eric Riel's got the 02 up in the number 3 spot. Chad Provost, 6, is now 4th. Bert Drake's 5th. White flag is out. Brock Begor, Chad Collins, and now the 63 of Timmy Gadway into that 3 spot. Eric Riel is 4th. Chad Provost back to 5th. Checkered flag will fall, and your winner is Brock Begor. The V6 wins it. Chad Collins 2nd. Tim Gadway third, Eric Riel fourth. Chad Provost gets the fifth spot in the 6th car. At least this week, the Grape Ape waited until after the checkered flag. Gadway, who brings the 63 home in the number 3 spot. And Chad Collins with a nice run in the 0-2 to get second. There's certainly no doubt about your winner tonight, as he's bringing the checkers home off turn 4, headed to his
Come
spot.
on over. The good news is you were able to work your way towards the front pretty quickly, and all the carnage was happening behind you.
Yeah, I was just looking in front there. I see there was a lot of stuff in the back there happening, so kept in the front. Good to keep it back of me.
Yes, it's always good to have the mishaps behind you. Tell us about the car. What did you do to it over the off season? Obviously, it's still just as quick.
Not a thing. Just put it in the garage, collect dust, and that was change the oil.
Well, it's just as fast as last year. You're off to a great start again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Brock Begor. Give him a nice round of applause. Another way for
the 21 for Spencer Rushlaw. That's the field. Here comes the modified green flag. Richard Tesser by 4 car lengths down the backstretch into 3. Tesser could be tough. That car has been fast. He's had a couple of poor finishes, but he's got a fast mount. Tesser opening it up front. Mid-pack, some fast cars. Boisvert in the 73, Gagnon the 4, Dupree the 24. Leon Gagnon taking it right up to the wall, trying to find some bite. Side by side racing for position number 6. Durgan from the outside takes 6th away. Alain Boisvert trying to get around Francis McNeil. Patrick Dupree in the 24, 3 wide down the backstretch to 3. Dupree makes it work. McNeil backed out of it. Mike Bruno is trying to find a way around Andy Haywood. Haywood is running 4th. Bruno is in that 5th spot. 6th is Durgan. 7th is Boisvert. 8th is Pat Dupree. We got a yellow. Yellow flag. We got a modified up a top turn is on the hammer. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Richard Tesser, Pierre Bertillon to 2nd. Here comes Mike Bruno. Bruno in the Crickets 22, moving to the inside of Atkins. Here comes Haywood through the inside as well. Atkins back to 5th perhaps. 3 wide down the front stretch. This could be trouble. Durgan way down in the infield. Durgan makes it work, push it up the track, but Haywood moved up right in front of Alain Boisvert, and that made Boisvert get out of it. Durgan, problems for the 17. Looks like the left front has broken. And he comes back down across the track. They pile up near the back of the pack. The rear of the field looks like Craig Rail as well is also coming back with a CO2. Tesser and Bertillon, 2 Quebecois up front. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Contact over in turn number 2. Martin Roy is going to lose a couple of spots because of it. It looked like one of the cars shut up the track and made some contact. Yellow flag is back out. 6 Gagnon in the 4. Those cars in the top 10. Green flag. Mike Bruno with a good restart is going to take 2nd away from Pierre Bertillon. Bruno in the Crickets 22 on the move. He's up to 2nd. Alain Boisvert also moving on the outside. He's up to 5th. Richard Tesser, 4 lengths the advantage over Mike Bruno. Bruno really drives it in deep into 3 and 4, closing the gap on Tesser. Alain Boisvert trying to get around Andy Haywood. working to the outside. Patrick Dupree moving on the outside around Greg Atkins. Tesseur by 2 car lengths over Mike Bruno. Then it's quite a ways back to Pierre Berthiaume, who actually got the right rear off the racing surface down the backstretch. Bruno is right there. Here's where he really closes on Tesseur. 3 and 4 is where Bruno is hooked. Leon Gagnon sideways in the 4. He hangs onto it. Alain Boisvert working the rim on the outside, trying to get around Andy Haywood. Having a tough time doing it. Here comes Dupree coming through. Patrick Dupree takes that spot away from Alain Boisvert. Dupree into the top 5. This time by halfway for Alain to make that Richard Tesseur in the 49. Halfway. Jim Introde off the pace with the number 9. He's whipping back to the garage area. Mike Bruno trying to find a way around Richard Tesseur. Pierre Berthiaume running 3rd, but he's in a different zip code right there in the top 2. And Berthiaume being chased down by the pistol Pat Dupree, and Dupree is running him down fast. Mike Bruno closing to the back bumper. Now looking to the inside off turn number 2. Here comes the Crickets 22 for Bruno on the inside. Taking the lead into 3 and 4. Mike Bruno's the new leader. Richard Tesseur back to 2nd. 3rd is Berthiaume, but for how long? Patrick Dupree chasing him down, and he'll take 3rd. Dupree to that 3rd spot. Berthiaume back to 4th. 5th is still Andy Haywood. 6th, Alain Boisvert getting a good bite off 2. Alain Boisvert with an excellent move off turn 2. Set it up going into 1 to get the 5th spot away, and here comes Martin Roy on the outside. Martin Roy trying to get around Andy Haywood. Mike Bruno, Richard Tesseur, Patrick Dupree. Pierre Berthiaume 4th, Alain Boisvert 5th. 6th is Andy Haywood. 7th is Martin Roy. 8th is Greg Atkins. 9th, Aaron Barnaby. 10th is Leon Gagnon. McNeil is 11th. 12th is Mike Rio. 10 laps to go. Next time by for Mike Bruno. The 10 to go. Bruno is putting some distance between himself and Tesseur. Patrick Dupree trying to make up some ground on Tesseur. He is slowly working into that lead, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to run him down for 2nd. If a yellow flag were to come out, that would give Dupree a chance, but that's about the only way right now he's going to be a player. Barring a breakdown or a yellow flag, Bruno's got this one in the bag. Mike Bruno by a half backstretch over Richard Tesseur. Patrick Dupree 3rd, and now making a big gap up to Richard Tesseur. Tesseur fighting an ill-handling modified. It seems that modified starting to go away a little bit. Alain Boisvert working on Pierre Berthiaume for the 4th position. Berthiaume has 4th. Boisvert right now is 5th, but he's got the faster modified in that 73. Bruno working lap traffic now. He's gone around Craig Rio. They're running double wide in front of the leader. Patrick Dupree running up on Richard Tesseur for the 2nd position. He was able to close quickly. Again, Bruno in heavy traffic. running side by side in front of the leader. 26 laps complete. Double wide in front of Bruno. Tesser is still second. Dupree third. Fourth is still Berthiaume. Fifth is Guavere. Leader Bruno working around Spencer Rushwell. Richard Tesser trying to hang on to that second spot. Patrick Dupree trying to get it from him. Couldn't do it. Popsicle sticks are out for Mike Bruno. Here he comes off 4. Two to go for the leader. Best race right now is for second. Tesser trying to hold off the pistol Patrick Dupree for that second spot. Here comes the field off 4. White flag is out. Final time around tonight for the Earnings Discount Tools Modifieds. Here he comes in a 3 and 4. 3 wide for that second spot. Checkered flag is out. Mike Bruno wins it. Second to Richard Tesser. Third to Dupree. Fourth, it's going to be Berthiaume. Fifth, Guavere. Sixth, Martin Roy. Here they come for 7th off turn 4. It's going to be Andy Haywood. 8th, Leon Gagnon. 9th, Aaron Barnaby. 10th, Greg Atkins. Mike Rio. 13th to Matt Woodruff in the double nickel.
Get word with Mike Bruno climbing out of his mount now. How about a nice round of applause, everybody? Mike Bruno, the winner tonight. Well, Mike, a nice rebound after disappointment last week. You were able to make repairs on this car, and she was fast. Tell us about first running down Richard Tesser, and then the move you made to take the lead.
Well, I just wanted to stay consistent because I didn't want to happen what happened last week. It was very unfortunate. I thought we got kind of skunked last week, and I was kind of figuring out where he was. Didn't have a good run off the corners, and he was faltering coming out the corners. He had to push up to the wall and then up the backstretch. So I just had to figure out on the track where our car went the best, and that's what I did. It took me a couple laps to figure that out, but once I got up beside him, he gave me all the room in the world, so it was good racing.
Talk about the adjustments that you might be able to make within the race as a driver.
Oh, God, I was playing with my brake bias. I was dropping my panhard bar. I mean, we're a little tight ourselves, so, I was putting some front brake into the car to try to get the car to keep straight going into the corners because we were a little loose in the beginning, and once I made them adjustments when I was in third, I was pretty dialed in from that point on.
And then once you got to the lead, this modified had a lot in it. You were able to pull away.
Yeah, you don't know how far you actually pull away. You're just out there to race, and you don't know if the guy's right behind you. So, we got down to 2 to go there, and I got behind the 55 car. They're pretty fast cars, so I figured if I settled in on the bottom, I should be in good shape, and it worked out.
Well, congratulations. A fine run tonight. Nice job.
Thank you.
Mike Bruno, everybody. Have a nice round of applause for Mike.
29 Ryan Hugh, Bob Dragoon, the 36. Ed Donor, the 1. Danny Buick, 61. Green flag. Josh Allen with a good drive off turn number 2. Opening up a couple of car links. Chris Frenier, the 93. Robert Gordon, the H2O. Here's Keith Pelkey in the 24. Moving up on the inside. Trying to get there. Josh Allen leading the way. Drove it high off turn number 2. Seemed to get good bite with that line off the second turn, taking it right up to the top of the backstretch. Good side-by-side racing for the 5th position. Nick Haywood moving through on the inside. Here comes Randy Ledoux. Now trying to take 6th away from Chris Frenier. Ledoux in the 47, Frenier the 93, give the 6th spot to Ledoux. Frenier then 93, settles her down on the inside, 7th. Lance Raptoy has been stuck on the outside. He's going to lose a spot to Lonnie Rivers. Well, Rivers, the fastest man in the Renegade division right now, is in the 8th spot. Lance Raptoy 9th. Lance Raptoy in the number 11 has seen more of the rear bumper of Lonnie Rivers than any other driver at this track. Rivers has won 2 weeks. Raptoy has finished second both weeks. Josh Allen leads by 5. Then it's Robert Gordon. Here comes Keith O'Neill. Keith battling Keith for third. O'Neill in the 0. Pelkey the 24. Here comes O'Neill with a drive to the inside. He's got third. Pelkey fourth. Fifth is Nick Haywood. He is closing quickly. Haywood got a nice run off too. Takes it to the inside of Keith Pelkey. Nick Haywood the 29. Pelkey the 24. Haywood trying to make it work on the inside to fourth. Dead even at the stripe for the fourth spot, but Haywood again with a good run on turn number 2. That's where that car really seems to be hooked. He gets the fourth spot. Pelkey back to 5th. Randy Ledoux running 6th for the 47. Oh no, not again. Problems for the defending track champion Brian Rogers. Rogers takes the Schwann's number 12 into the infield. And he's going to park it. Field rolling off 4 down the front stretch. Leader Josh Allen is up in turn 2. Allen down the backstretch has a 7-car length advantage over Robert Gordon. And he's coming up on some slower traffic. Bob Dragoon will be the first car to go down a lap. 3 wide right now up in turn 4. Rick Hart, Mike Chris right up towards the wall. Nice save. Mike Terry running with that pack as well, and they were 3 wide off turn number 4, and they made it work. And now Danny Dubuque's going to go down a lap. Bob Dragoon sideways over in turn number 2. With the field coming at him, yellow flag comes out. The scheduled distance for the Versatile Trailer Sales Renegade Division. Here they come, picking up the pace into turn number 4. Down the front stretch to the green flag. Contact, they box it up, running into turn number 1. Everybody straightens out there, 3 wide down the backstretch, 4 wide down the backstretch. Ledoux to the inside. Randy Ledoux picking up spots in the 47. A bold move, gonna net him a couple. Ledoux to 6th in the 47, halfway. Lonnie Rivers on the outside right now has a 5th spot, but he's sideways into turn number 2 in the 3 wide again down the backstretch. Joe Daniels, the meat and the sandwich. Keith Pelkey, little tap over there on Pelkey in the 24. He's sideways, hanging out of it in the 4. Josh Allen leading Robert Gordon 2nd. Nick Haywood has moved to 3rd. Keith O'Neill 4th. Randy Ledoux running in the 5th spot. 6th is Little Joe. Side by side for 7th. Here's Dave Raptoy moving through on the inside to take that 7th spot. 8th is Keith Pelkey in the 24. 9th, Mike Terry in the 65. Lonnie Rivers going backwards since the restart. Restarted 6th, he's now back to position number 10 in the 7th. 10 to go. Nick Haywood looking on the outside of Robert Gordon. Gordon in the H2O running in the 2nd spot. Haywood appears to be a little quicker than 29, but can't find a way around. Now to the outside. That 29 did not stick off of turn number 2. Instead, open up the inside for Keith O'Neill, but Haywood was able to slam that door shut. Josh Allen leading by now 12 car lengths over Robert Gordon, the H2O. Nick Haywood right on that back bumper, trying to find some room to move around Gordon. Can't make it work, it seems, on the outside. And Gordon is smooth on the inside. The yellow flag is out. Rick Hart's deuce has slowed to the Renegades. Here they come into turn number 4. Down the front stretch to the green flag. Robert Gordon hanging on the outside. Josh Allen now driving through on the inside. Nick Haywood trying to close up to that back bumper. Take second away. A little tap over there to 3. Keith O'Neill hanging on to it. Randy Ledoux loose. Joe Daniels threading the needle for you. Look now, there goes Mike Terry. Terry goes around at 65. We got cars taking evasive action. And the yellow flag is back out. And that'll continue here in the Renegade feature event. Nick Haywood down the outside of Josh Allen. Here they come to the green flag. Nick Haywood, Josh Allen. Allen moving through on the inside down the backstretch. Nick Haywood closing back up. Working it into turn number 3. Haywood sticks the nose out there. Off of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race down to the stripe. At the stripe, it looked like Haywood had him by inches. Nick Haywood on the outside. Here comes Josh Allen back on the inside. Allen is really hooked off 2. Haywood surging into 3. Seesaw battle for the lead. Laps are winding down. Haywood with a good run again off turn number 4. Nick Haywood had the lead at the stripe by about 2 feet. Josh Allen coming back off 2. Haywood using every inch of the racetrack. Working the rim on the outside. Had the lead at the stripe last time. Seesaw battle continues into 4. Drag race again off 4 down to the stripe. This time Allen has the lead. Josh Allen making it work on the inside. He'll take that lead down the backstretch. Haywood gets the car back down on the inside. Here comes the field off turn number 4. 2 laps to go now. Josh Allen the leader. Nick Haywood running second. What appears to be losing some car lengths to the 10 of Josh Allen. Robert Gordon in the H2O running third. Here is the white flag for the 10 of Josh Allen. The Raptoy brothers running side by side, racing for the 7th spot. Dave on the inside has 7th. Lance 8th to the 11th, but here come the leaders. Off turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Josh Allen's going to win it. Second to Nick Haywood. Third to Robert Gordon. Keith O'Neill 4th. 5th Joe Daniels. 6th Lonnie Rivers. 7th Dave Raptoy. 8th Lance Raptoy. 9th to Kenny Davies. 10th to Keith Pelkey. 11th to Chris Frenier. And 12th we'll give to the 8th of Mike Chris.
How about a nice round of applause for Robert Gordon, who brings the H2O home in the number 3 spot tonight.
He's climbing out of his car. Nice round of applause for Josh Allen, everybody. He wins the Renegade feature tonight. Well, congratulations. I think with about 3 to go, the 29 actually had the lead by about a foot or 2 at the stripe, but you were able to keep your foot in it down on the inside and then took that lead back, and the car really seemed to be hooked, especially off 2.
Yeah, it was really good. Nick had a great run, and screwed up the track, but it was a good run. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Fred and Bill. If it wasn't for them guys, I wouldn't be out here racing every week.
Well, this division continues to put on just outstanding feature events. Talk about the competition in the division every week. You got to really be on your game. This field is really there's a lot of parity in the division.
Yeah, there's great competition. It's not no one dominating this class. Everybody's good. It's a great class.
Well, congratulations on win number 1. Certainly has to feel good.
Yeah, it does after its first 2 weeks. Yeah.
Well, Josh Allen wins tonight. How about a nice round of applause again for Josh?
They are in row number 6. Here comes the field off turn 4. Ring flag is out. Dennis and Curtis DeMore right up row 7. Jason Chris, the 33, Matt Busso, the 26. Three wide action in the Warriors as they take it off turn 4. Donor leads the way. Collins is second. Sideways goes the 17 to McCormick up onto the racetrack, and we're going to have everybody scrambling to get around. McCormick refires the 17. Caution of 57. Off turn 4, back to the green. We're underway. And it's Rick Donor picking up right where he left off, leading him up the backstretch. The 12 of Dustin Duval has moved into that number 2 spot as they're 3 wide into turn 3. Moving up on the inside, it's the 1 of Justin Donor. Now he looks to the outside as they go into turn 2. CJ LeVere has brought the 4 into the number 3 spot. But for how long? Here comes Twaits. Bill Twaits in the 69 on the inside, battling it out with LeVere for that number 3 spot. Rick Donor is your leader. Dustin Duval second in the 12. Bill Twaits is third. The battle now for the number 4 spot. LeVere still out to dry on the outside, as Justin Donor has the 1 on the inside. Justin Donor now takes 4th as Butch Lemaire's on the move with the 57. He's going to look inside of LeVere and he'll take 5th. LeVere will be back to 6th. John Bradley is 7th. And we come back to the DeMore 88 who runs in the 8th spot. Santillo is 9th. Bobby LeVere rounds out your top 10 in the 5. Rick Donor has maintained that 2-car length advantage on the 12 of Dustin Duval. Bill Twaits has slowly started to close the gap on those top 2 cars. As now Lemaire takes 4th on the inside of Justin Donor. They're halfway. Laps down, 7 laps remain. And what right now is a 3-car battle at the top. But we'll see how quickly Butch Lemaire in the 57 can gain ground on those top 3. Donor by a car length on Duval. 3 car lengths back to the 69 of Twaits. Now Duval taking a peek on the inside of Donor, but he wasn't close enough. Donor has been able to maintain his advantage in that 95. 5 to go. Five laps to go for the track champion Rick Donor, looking for his first victory of 2008. Had mechanical problems in week 1. Had a top 3 finish in week 2. Now looking to get it checkered flag in week number 3. Donor your leader. Duval second in the 12. Twaits third in the 69. Lemaire runs 4th in the 57. Justin Donor runs 5th in the 1. CJ LeVere is 6th. Tommy Santillo is 7th. Donor now has opened up 8 car lengths back to the Bill Tweed 69, who's now second, as the 12 of Duval has slowed down. Duval has lost second, and he's about to lose third. Lemire right on the outside of the 12, and they battle for the number 3 spot as Rick Doner's got 1 to go. Doner the leader. Twaits second. Duval third. Justin Doner fourth. Lemire looks inside. They'll battle for that 4th spot. Checkered flag goes to Doner. Bill Twaits gets second. 3rd spot goes to the 12 of Dustin Duval. 4th to Justin Doner's 1. Butch Lemire rounds out the top 5 in the 57. How about a nice round of applause? Your 3rd place finisher, Dustin Duval, brings the 12 home 3rd.
Here he is. Have a nice round of applause for Rick Doner. Defending track champion. He's the winner tonight in the Warrior feature event. Rick, congratulations. After tough luck in week number 1, you certainly have picked things up and really right back to where you were in 2007. Nice win tonight.
Thank you. It's come back to life, I guess.
Well, the car was fast. Of course, when you start up front, you got a fast car underneath you. That makes the job a little bit easier. A lot of the bumping and banging is taking place behind you.
Oh, it was all clean air. Just metal to the pedal.
And then the car was so fast, you had to work a little bit, some lap traffic down the stretch.
Yeah, the lap traffic. I was worried. I had to pick and choose where I was going to pass or not, but it seemed to work out for the best.
It sure did tonight. Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Rick. Rick Doner is the winner tonight in the Warrior division, and he'll wrap things up for tonight.